Hello everyone, this is Cooking with Matthew. Today we're going to be doing a stuffed rabbit. I've got some, we're going to be doing sun-dried tomato stuffed rabbit actually. So I've already got my cornbread cooked. I've got the recipe. I didn't really season it none. I just made the cornbread itself. Something we didn't see over here. I got some fresh basil here. I think it's 2 teaspoons what I wrote down, or 2 tablespoons. I mean. Then I've got 3 cloves of garlic. I've got 2 ribs of celery and 1 small red onion, but you can use whatever kind of onion you want. And then I've got 4 ounces of the sun-dried tomatoes. It came in an 8-ounce container, and I used half of it. I'm going to put the other half in something else. Another video coming up soon, hopefully. Gotta find my chicken base now. Just had stuff the other day. Right here. So I got 2 cups of water, and this particular stuff costs like what I'm putting in here. So you just gotta go by the instructions on whatever, or just buy the chicken broth yourself. This is cheaper for me to do, so I just use the powdered stuff. It's going to be 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to see what that looks like once I mix it. Don't definitely need more than that, but I am going to put some heavy cream in here, so we're going to see. I'm going to cut it with 2 cups of heavy cream. So you can actually just use cream of chicken if you want to. It's not going to be as good as this though. So that was 2 and 2. Then I'm going to put 2 farm fresh eggs in here. Got me some egg stuff. I feed them egg things back to the chickens, believe it or not. It's supposed to be good for calcium. So we'll mix this little mix together. This is going to be enough to where you can freeze. So I've got two smaller rabbits. They was real young, so they're going to be real young and tender for this. You can stuff a chicken with this if you decide that the rabbits is not for you. I was sitting there thinking of all these different things I could do with the rabbit, and I seen them sun-dried tomatoes. Like, some stuff just comes to me when I'm grocery shopping and stuff. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these rabbits. I butchered them this morning. I was going to try to get a hold of some ducks today because somebody gave me a couple of ducks. I'm going to keep one of them for a breeder because it was bigger than the males that I have. And probably just get rid of one of my males. There's another mixed breed that I got I'm going to use. So I've got these rabbits. They're already cleaned out and everything. I probably need to wash that off again. Rabbit meat's real good. You know, some people's a little bit freaked out about it, but can't really beat it. To me, it's better than chicken. And the grow out's quicker than chicken. This is probably about 2 pound rabbit. After I cleaned, a little over 2 pounds. So I got the rabbit. I'm gonna get some of this stuff in here that we just made here. Oh, I forgot something else. I got to season the thing a little bit better. I'm gonna put a half a tablespoon of red pepper flakes in there. And let's see. I'm gonna do a whole tablespoon of salt, kosher salt. Okay, so I need to mix that up again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of them tomatoes to it. I want it to have a real strong flavor, this tomato. That was like 8 ounces of tomato. I'll change it on my paper over there. This to be really pronounced. Alright, so now I'm just going to get the thing open where you see the belly right there. We're going to fill it full of this stuff in here. It's something I should have done before I did that. This is my first time doing this wrapping. I planned on doing something there. I even thought about bacon wrapping it, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. Sort of lay it on its back, sort of like a little pig or something. But I'm just going to season the outside of this rabbit with just some Cajun seasoning. And I've already sprayed this pan down. I should have seasoned this thing before I stuffed it. Hopefully I didn't lose too much of that. So yeah, we're just gonna Cajun season the rabbit. You can season it with just salt and pepper, whatever you want. I'm gonna leave this rabbit just on its back like that. I've got 2 of them. These, like I said, these were smaller, younger rabbits. This one was a little bit smaller than the other one. Give it one final rinse. First time stuffing a rabbit, so I'm going to go ahead and season this thing first this time. I should have did that before on the other one. It would have been a lot nicer. So I've got an idea for the sauce. I mean, I was just sitting there going back and forth. It took me a while because once I got this idea, it just sort of a spur of the moment thing. I went and got fresh basil plants from this little store in Warrior. I forget the name. It's a little farmer's market. It's a lot cheaper to buy your herbs there. I got a little herb plant, a garden planted. So we'll go back in this little belly again. So I'm fixing to show y'all. Get a little more seasoning on this thing. Fixing to show y'all what this is, actually get a better view of it. So that you only needed half that amount to stuff 2 rabbits. Like I said, I'm gonna put the rest of it in a baggie and I'll freeze it for a different day. I figure this is gonna be real good. So that's what them rabbits are looking like. Then we're gonna go into, I've got the oven on 350 on convection. We're just gonna go in. This is actually making sort of a bowl. So the dressing's actually sort of in a bowl. The rabbits now, these are young. These are farm-raised rabbits. So they're not going to take as long to cook as, say, you would maybe buy one from the grocery store. It may end up taking longer. You may have to end up covering the rabbit. This rabbit should be ready by the time the cornbread stuffing is all ready. The rabbit should be ready to eat. So we'll be back, and I got some other things that I gotta go to the store and get to make a sauce with. Alright guys, so we're back. I'm gonna make this sauce now. The rabbit's pretty much done. I've got it off in the oven. I cut it off. I'm gonna add, I've got 1 quart of cream in here. I'm gonna add I've already put 1 chicken bouillon cube in there. And I've got let's get one tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna start this cream's starting to come to a boil, so I'm gonna start adding my spinach. I'm gonna add 10-ounce bag of fresh spinach. This stuff's gonna shrink down to nothing. Hopefully it'll help thicken it up. This is a sort of on the fly deal. There's just 1 chicken bouillon cube in there. 1 tablespoon of Cajun or blackening. That chef paupardome is what I like to use, but you can use whatever blackening you like. So I've already sort of Cajuned up the rabbit a little bit. I'm gonna cut that down a little bit now. All right, so now I've got 13 ounces of artichoke. It was 2 of these small little Virgos. I got these from Piggly Wiggly and Warrior. So I'm going to chop these things up a little bit. I don't know how much cream cheese I'm going to add to it yet. I've pulled out 1 pound of cream cheese. We're going to see. Hopefully that can just thicken up and I ain't got to add no slurry or nothing to this. I'm excited to see what this tastes like. This is just like something that came up in my head. Bring this over here and slide it off into it. Nope, I'm not going to do that either. Just pick it up and wash my hands. So this is almost like a 50-50 blend of artichoke and spinach as far as weight goes. A little more artichoke, it's a little more heavy on the artichoke side. I think it's like 3 more ounces. Actually, I was just going to use one of the jars and save the other jar, but man, I just really want this artichoke flavor to come out. I almost didn't even use the spinach. I bought the spinach though for something else I was going to do, but I ended up doing something different with it. I'm saving this spinach for this recipe. So I've got that in there. I'm going to show you what we're looking like over here. We've got Milo begging for some food over here. So see how fast that spinach has already went down? That cream, like I said, I already had it hot. So now what I'm going to do, I had one of these out getting soft. warm, room temp and soft. So I'm going to add that one first. And then we're going to see where it goes from there. I may not need to add the other one, but I think I'm going to have to. It just, unless I want to add some kind of slurry to it. So we're just going to just fold the cream cheese in. And this would be good for chips too, so I was also like, you know, I bought some spinach dip because I didn't want to make none. Now it's so funny that I'm making some, you know, because I had some tortilla chips left. And I just had a craving for this stuff, so I'm actually making spinach dip now too. It's going to be a sauce, but it can be used as a dip too. This is going to be just a quick little rendition of it. So I'm going to let this go for a second. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I'm going to go out and cut it off. It didn't take long at all. I'm going to hit it with this bird mixer. I ended up adding more blackening seasoning. End up hitting it with a bird mixer. Needed it really. Fix and try it. It's more of a sauce consistency. So if you want to use it for dip, you're gonna need to thicken it with some cornstarch slurry or something. See where we're at, where I want to be on taste. Yeah. Got me a plate here now. Let's see. Tear me a little leg off. Got me 2 legs. I'm gonna get some of this stuffing right here. I'll sort of just pile it up right there. This is way more sauce, but I made it because I want to make some. I wanted to make. I'm gonna thicken this up later. You can eat some vegetable with this. I'm just gonna eat this. This is plenty of stuff for me. So I'm gonna show y'all what we're looking like. See if you can put you something different there, but that's the rabbit stuffed. All right, so fix and try it out and see where we're at. And I'll give y'all the recipe for everything. Yeah, it's so good with the sauce and everything. Oh man, we've got all kind of flavor. Okay, so fixing to enjoy this. So it's got a little bit of heat to it, the stuffing. If you want to, and a little bit of the rabbit. So if you want to just salt pepper the rabbit and just use black pepper or white pepper in place of the red pepper flakes, you can. See where we're at. Okay, so I got 10 ounces of sun-dried tomatoes. You can cut them in half if you don't want such a strong tomato flavor. It's got quite a bit of flavor in there. You can cut it to 5 ounces if you want to. I like it. But if you want to calm the tomato flavor down, then cut it to 5 ounces. 2 tablespoons of fresh basil. You can add more or omit it. I don't know. It is fine to me. Like, this is really good tasting. 1 small red onion. You use whatever kind of onion you want. 2 ribs of celery, minced up, but both of them was minced up real good. 2 eggs. 3 cloves of garlic. 2 cups of chicken stock. 2 cups of heavy cream. 1/2 tablespoon of red pepper flakes. 1 tablespoon of salt. Then the cornbread itself was 2 cups of cornmeal, 1/2 cup of flour, 2 large eggs, 1/2 stick of melted margarine, 1 cup of milk. Mixed it together, baked it in an iron skillet. I used a whole thing of that, so it took a whole thing of the cornbread mixed with that. I'm gonna circle that. It goes up there. Sauce was 1 quart of heavy cream, 13 ounce artichoke heart, 10 ounces of spinach. You can double spinach and cut the artichoke in half. You want more of a spinach flavor. I was wanting the artichoke flavors to be pronounced. It was 8 ounce heavy cream cheese, because I didn't end up putting that other stuff in there, and 2.5 tablespoons of blackening seasoning. It thickened up enough to be a sauce consistency, but if you're wanting a dip, you need to, which I'm going to turn that, you're going to need to add a little cornstarch slurry to it to turn it into a dip. I'm fixing to show y'all. And the most important thing was 2 rabbits. Get out of the way. Alright, next time y'all enjoy. I'm fixing to enjoy this. Have a blessed day.